Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Benjamin,
Malkaija.
and this is Bowen House of Unbox.
And today what we're doing is we have the Beats Power Pros and the AirPod Pros, both going around the same price point of $249. Sometimes you can find one of these a little cheaper, but most of all we have at Apple, same exact price point. Both are made by Apple, and we want to compare how easy these are to connect to the phone because they're both using the new H1 chip, and we want to see sound quality. So we want to check out bass, clarity. We're going to check out at least one video with some dialogue, and then we're going to check out just a song. We picked Pure Water Migos. But what we're going to do is we're also going to check and see, because this has an added feature of transparency mode. This doesn't. We're going to see how we like just comparing the two.
So we're going to do a little unboxing of them both, and then after that we'll go through the demonstrations. He'll go first, then I'll go, and we'll compare and contrast and then switch off and see what we like better.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so I'm going to start off by unboxing the Beats Power Pros. So let's see what our presentation's like. So we got this right here. And then we got the Beats logo on the front. Comes off nice and slick. So we got the Beats right here. You can see. Yeah, watch. So when you see this on video, this isn't gonna look super big, but I think once we see the AirPod Pros, you might see a little differently. So you just go. We're gonna flip this open so you can see. It's got the sits in there real nice. In the box, we have comes with a nice. It uses lightning. It doesn't use wireless charging. I actually wish it would have been USB-C because that's lying around a lot more now, but this is a lightning cable. So then it has some extra ear tips. We got 3 ear tips, and we got a cool little Beats owner's manual, 1 Beats sticker. I feel like these were so cool back in the day. Everyone used to put these on their laptops. And we got a bunch of warnings that we will never read.
Well, the all black's nice. I like the all black.
Yes, the all black is nice. So this is what we got here, and we're gonna go and let you unbox yours.
Okay, and so for these, if you don't know, these came out at $250 not that long ago, a few months ago, right before Christmas time, and so there you go, off goes it. Got that. And there we go, there's the product. AirPods. Got it out. Okay. Well, we'll do a side by side real quick. There it is.
See, that's that difference I was talking about. Look at that.
And so a little bit of that, and different ear tips you can use. Since these ones do use silicone, unlike the old ones, which just like a one size fit all. These can actually have different tips, and you can switch them out if they fit your ear better or not. And then you have a lightning to USB Type-C. So it's probably more fit for the newer iPhones that come with the Type-C adapter. So you have that, and yeah, that's back of the box. And so these, as you can see, are small in size compared to the Powerbeats Pros. They look like they're identical to the older past models, but a little bit of a flip-flop there. So you open it up, that's what you're gonna see. You compare. So there you go. I don't know what your forte is.
Yeah, I think if you're a guy that wears like jeans, even like some more loose joggers, like this isn't gonna be super big in your pocket, even though this might look a lot bigger right now. But no matter who you are, if you're wearing the AirPod Pros, it's not gonna be a problem in your pocket. It even can fit in a back pocket. So you keep that in mind. So right now we can see how these things connect to the phone. So right here, I already have on Spotify, we got Migos Pure Water. And let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and connect these. So with the H1 chip, this should be fairly easy. It should just be a flip open. And there you go, it's gonna say, not your Powerbeats Pros. You're gonna go ahead and just click connect right there. And let's just hold this button. Alright, let's see how seamless this is. Oh, you get a nice little picture. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's got like, you can basically see the animation of them. you're gonna go. So I'm going to just put these on my ears. Click done. Get these on my ears. We're gonna go and do this audio test with Migos Pure Water. Get some bass up in here. All right, so I'm going to go on Spotify. All right, here we go. We're going all the way up, all the way up. Alright, yeah, that sounds really good. I mean, so you're gonna get headphone quality sound in these Beats Power Pros. I'm not gonna lie, I've had actual Beats Studios before, and the sound quality that I'm getting, it sounds like that. So even like I have Google Stadia and a Nintendo Switch, and so if you can take headphone quality, you know, in this package here, that's hard to argue with. So you get all the highs, you get all the low ends, and no distortion with it. Because sometimes I've tested headphones where when I turn it up, I'm getting the bass, but it wants to crack with some like high sound. So definitely great sound coming from these. So we're gonna see how these AirPod Pros sound.
And so we see how the Powerbeats Pros connect. Now we're gonna see how the AirPod Pros connect. Okay guys, now we're gonna see how easy the AirPod Pros can connect. So let's try it out. Flip it up like that. There you go, right away. All right, let's see it. There you go, press connect. Gotta hold the button on the back. There we go, connects right away. We get some nice screen animation from that H1 chip at work. We got some media controls. It shows this side. You squeeze the button, unlike the other ones, you don't touch. It's a squeeze. We got noise control, so either you can do ambient mode and you can do noise canceling, and that's controlled same thing by holding the button. Command center, all this information. There we go. And there we go. So that connected pretty easy. Now let's test the audio. Migos Pure Water, let's do it. Nice fit. There we go. Much smaller than the older models. Stem only coming out to like right past my ear. And it actually has a nice curve to it. It says the ear pods kind of just hanging out. This is nice and snug. It's not coming out. So we got that. Okay, let's try out the audio. So I'm gonna try it in 3 different modes. The first mode I'm gonna do is try and get with off. That's what the mode I was in right now, off. And so right now, it feels like normal in-ear earbuds. You know, it's blocking out sound, but I can still hear the outside sound. I can hear my own voice. It feels like harder to talk because it's just off. But if we go to transparency mode, show you that. Transparency mode. I can hear myself clearly. I can hear my outside noises. Hear the fan buzzing. I can hear everything going on around me. Clear as day. And with audio, I can still hear my own voice clear. And I can still hear a little bit of the outside noises. I'm sure if you turn it down, you can hear everything. So that's transparency mode. You're gonna use that if you're on the subway, walking in town, on your bike, so you can hear cars going by and stuff. And if you're talking to your friends, you can just either pause your music or see if you can hear it turning down. Yeah, I mean, I can listen to music and still hold the conversation. Okay, now one more mode I want to try. It's gonna be noise canceling. Voice canceling. Now this is without music. Let's get them in the ear. Okay, so right now it's a lot harder to hear my voice. You're still getting a little bit, but it's just because voice is so hard to cancel out noise. The way it works with active noise canceling is it's basically boosting back the opposite frequencies of what you're hearing on the outside. So it's feeding back the opposite of that. So how it works a lot with white noise. If you're on a train, that train white noise just passing by, that's gonna become quieter and quieter. But audio from your voice goes up and down, it changes frequently, so that's the hardest for it to control. So even with this, you're still gonna hear a little bit, but with white noises on a plane maybe, where it's just like that that constant noise, it's gonna be able to block it out a lot better. And if you're trying to enjoy a movie, it's gonna be a lot easier to enjoy that without any issues. Same with your, just walking down the street, or maybe you don't wanna hear anything, it's gonna block it out. You're in school, you want to study, and you just don't want that extra noise added to your day. It's gonna make it a lot easier to do. So I'd say the noise canceling, just this, is kind of nice. And so with audio, let's see if it adds any extra bass. Let's turn it up and try it out. Yeah, I can't. Okay, so definitely with that, I can't hear anything. I was talking, I couldn't hear my voice. The bass felt like it got deeper. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but it felt like it got deeper. Everything that was outside, I can't hear anything. So if you're trying to watch a movie in peace without any extra noise, you're not gonna hear anything else. You're just gonna hear what you're listening to. Music, same way. If you're studying, put on the smooth jazz, whatever gets you going. Coffee shop, if you want to block out all those coffee noises and just focus for a second, this is going to help do that. So you have 3 options. Well, in Powerbeats, you don't. So that's one of the pluses to these, and we'll talk more about that now.
So now what I'm going to do is, now these are both connected, I'm just going to open this up right here, and we should be able to just put these in our ears. It's a pretty easy fit. You kind of have to do a little of this wing action right here, and that's the way I do it. And if you do that, it'll just wing right over your ear. And if you can see, it's pretty sleek in your ear. And if you've used the Powerbeats in the past, the 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, similar feel, just not the annoying wire that's behind your head. And so there you go, you close it. There you go.
We're gonna connect this to audio share right now, and you can do this on, I think, with any generation AirPods and Powerbeats. So there we go. Connected to. I'm gonna put these in real quick. And so
there you go. And so if we go to our settings, you'll see that they're both connected on here. And so we got both of them hooked up. So now we're gonna go to Spotify, and we're gonna test these bad boys out. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go around with the Powerbeats. He's gonna use these. We're gonna switch after a couple seconds, and we're just gonna flip flop a little bit, and we're gonna see what we think of the sound.
Okay, let's do it. Alright.
We're going full blast. All or nothing.
It is a pretty good job. That's one of the good features that these have. I consider them more of an in-between. I can work out with these, but maybe not do as intense workout as you can with these, because they're hooked on, they're tight, they're not coming off. I mean, I'm shaking my head, these aren't gonna come off, but these, you do a backflip, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, that is one positive, that there really is. You're never gonna be scared of these falling out of your ears, because they literally, it's impossible. They're not going to fall out of your ears. The sound, I'd say, is, in terms of what you're getting, they're basically the same sound. There's a tiny bit more bass in these ones, but not by a lot at all. And I'd say that, I mean, if you're someone that works out, you might actually end up you might prefer these, but it's hard to beat the size the size comparison. And with the sound, if you're just going to be putting them in your pocket to pop out for a video, for a couple weeks I've tried to use these and just keep it in my pocket, and it's doable, but I feel like you just won't reach for it as much as these. Just be able to flip it and just like grab it real quick. It still feels like a little more of a roadblock just having to grab it out.
Seems like these add all the conveniences that the AirPod 1 and 2s did so well, but also gave you a bit of an option. See, before I probably would have reached for these while I'm working out, these while I'm chilling, watching a podcast, studying for a test, just everyday activities, because you put it in my pocket, open it up, it's gonna be real quick, real easy. But these give you an option. You're gonna be doing these for everything you're using your AirPods Pro, your AirPods for, but also doing stuff that you could do with these and not with the other ones, and not worrying about having them slip out of your ears doing normal workouts or just activities like that.
So altogether, I'd say that I think there's a clear winner for in terms of if you're gonna be chilling at home and you don't care about and you don't care about getting just not hearing somebody necessarily, and if you're gonna be, I mean, even if you're gonna be working out, I'd say it's fine. I think these, in terms of like overall high to low bass, it's there. And also, if you look at the package here, we get 9 hours of wireless playback per charge. We have a total of 24 hours, but you get 9 hours per single charge. And what do you remember what it is on there?
For this, you're going to be getting 4.5 hours of active listening, and that's going to be with or without more battery width, but with, you're going to be getting 4.5 hours of continuous talk or text or active listening, noise canceling, or transparency. But in 24 hours in the case, just like this one. So you get a little bit more of listening time off your first go with these.
Yes, and they both are 24 hours in total, so it's not a huge drawback. I mean, you're gonna have to, say if you're using them throughout the day and they're just chilling in your ears, and I think like especially with AirPods, you tend to do that, like especially with the transparency, you're gonna leave them in your ears. They have a quick charge feature, so it's not a very long charge for it to get back up to where you want it to be. So it's not a big deal. I think that, as you were saying, in terms of convenience, it's hard to argue against the AirPods. If you're someone that thinks that you're gonna be just, if you want to just hold them in your pocket and you're the guy that's carrying earbuds in your pocket, I think it's hard to argue against those with everything you're getting.
And of course, these have wireless charging.
Yes.
We
only have a lightning cable. This one.
These give you the option.
Which Android users too, if you are using Android, is gonna think it's a little bit weird because you're probably only gonna have one lightning cord, but this is gonna be the only one that you're gonna have. And it's not a big deal, but I think especially I'm someone that uses a wireless charger when I go to bed or when I'm at my desk, and I love just being able to sit it on there. That's what I do with my phone. It has been a little bit of a hassle because now I'm having to grab a cord out, plug it in, And I mean, if you use it every day, you do tend to charge them at least once a day, just like a phone does. So altogether, I think that both our conclusion is that it is really just a preference on which one you want. They're the same price. They're both made by Apple. They're both including the H1 chip. If you have an iPhone, that means they're both be connecting very easily. We saw earlier in the video that we did have a little bit of a problem connecting it for that first time. I don't know if that's my phone being weird on me today. Once we did connect them, it's been a simple flip open and connecting just like it should be. Whether that happens every so often, I guess that's going to be just a test, but it's supposed to have the same exact H1 chip. And so I would say it is really just a preference. Your lifestyle, pick the one based off your lifestyle.
$250, depends on what you want, just who you are. You're gonna get a great product either way, so no matter which way you swing it, you're getting something good.
Yes, exactly. So go ahead and like and subscribe. This is our first comparison we've done. We're gonna plan on doing a lot more videos in the future. Turn on post notifications, and you can see when our new videos go up. We're gonna be comparing a lot of technology, and so go ahead and like and subscribe.